bookworms, and welcome to the Book Up. I'm your host, Verdell Walker, and I'm so excited you're here. Each week, I dive into my latest reads and share my honest, unvarnished opinions, all in 15 minutes or less. So sit back, get cozy, and let me give you the Book Up. Today's book is Watermoon by Samantha Sotto Yambao. It's a contemporary fantasy with elements of magical realism, mystery, and romance, and it's published by Del Rey. The hardcover edition is 384 pages, and it's also available as an eBook and an audiobook. Here's the summary. On a back street in Tokyo lies a pawn shop, but not everyone can find it. Most will see a cozy ramen restaurant, and only the chosen ones, those who are lost, will find a place to pawn their life choices and deepest regrets. Hana Ishikawa wakes on her first morning as the pawn shop's new owner to find it ransacked, the shop's most precious acquisition stolen, and her father missing. And then into the shop stumbles a charming stranger, quite unlike its other customers, for he offers help instead of seeking it. Together, they must journey through a mystical world to find Hannah's father and the stolen choice, by way of rain puddles, rides on paper cranes, the bridge between midnight and morning, and a night market in the clouds. But as they get closer to the truth, Hannah must reveal a secret of her own and risk making a choice that she will never be able to take back. Okay, before I get started, just a heads up that there is a lovely thunderstorm going on right now, so you may hear some rumbling in the background. If you do not be alarmed. It's just thunder. So I'm just gonna spoil myself here at the beginning and just come out and say that I loved Watermoon so much. I love this book. It was wonderful. Let's start off with the world building. The world that Samantha created was so magical and beautiful. It reminded me of The Night Circus and the Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. And for me, that is high praise because I love those books. The imagery is just so stunning and dreamlike. Here are just a few things that the main characters do and get up to. You jump into ponds to travel around parallel universes. You put your head on your pillow to wake up in a land where a bridge connects you to another dreamland. You can listen to candles to hear the prayers of the person who last talked to them. Origami cranes can pick you up and carry you to other places. You can fold time in this world like folding origami. You can ride a rumor, yes, a rumor, to get somewhere far away. Characters have magic tattoos that tell you their life story. I could just go on and on. This book was just a masterful piece of imagination and descriptive writing. Like, I wanted to go to this other world and just hang out for a little bit. That is until the villain showed up. Then not so much. But beyond that, it was just a masterful piece of world building. 2, I love the character journeys of the main characters of Hana and Keishin. They are mirror images of each other in many ways. When they meet, they are immediately drawn to each other. Perhaps a little too fast, but whatever. This is a book. I'll let that go. They challenge each other's worldviews as well, which is important because they come from very different worlds, very different backgrounds, very different experiences. Hana is sheltered in many ways, whereas Keishin is this really well regarded physicist. So they have two completely different points of view. They both, over the course of the novel, learn how to grasp their freedom, to break free of the bonds that the world places on them. There's that thunder again. Especially Hannah. And Keishin was abandoned by his mother. And that informs a lot of the choices he made before the story and during the story. His backstory will be very relatable for anyone who has ever felt that they didn't quite belong anywhere. Beyond the main characters, the supporting characters are also very memorable and interesting, especially Haruto. I won't spoil who he is, and my favorite person in the book, the grandma and the star making family. Yes, there is a family who is in charge of making stars. Just read it and you'll see. The villains of the story are also terrifying, but when you learn their backstory, it is absolutely devastating. When you Google this book, you will see a lot of reviews describe Watermoon as a cozy fantasy, but I actually don't quite agree. While it is beautiful and has dreamlike imagery, the story and the stakes here have a lot of depth to it. Dare I say, bite. And that actually made me like it even more. So, in case you can't already tell, Watermoon is my favorite read of the year so far. I give it 5 out of 5 stars. I loved the development of the relationship between Hannah and Keishin, the incredible fantasy world that Samantha built, and the twists and turns of the mystery of Hannah's father's disappearance and her mother's disappearance kept me flipping pages. This book is an exquisite work of art that centers on very human experiences and making choices and chasing your freedom and creating a life of your own. The fantasy world and everything in it serve as metaphors for choice, free will, conformity, destiny, and fear, as well as breaking cycles of grief. I think everyone should pick Watermoon up. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this episode, please follow or subscribe wherever you get your podcast. And if you want to read today's book, I've included shoppable links in the episode description. I'll earn a commission if you make a purchase. Thanks for supporting the show that way. I'd also love to hear from you. Leave me a rating or a review, and if you have book recommendations, drop them in the comments on my latest post over on Instagram at @thebookuppod. Thanks again for listening, and I'll catch you next time on The Book Up.